Good morning. How is everybody this morning? It's raining like a June day in South Carolina out there. Good morning, Lag. Sorry, I had to turn that off. There's the turkey consumer.
Morning.
Good morning, Todd. How are you?
Good.
Boy, it's pouring here.
Let's see. What's our weather doing? It's been kind of blustery. Blustery.
Well, they're talking about us, according to the. Who was it?
Chilly and windy all day long.
CNN. It's a strong storm is crossing across the southeast, going from Mississippi to Virginia. So severe thunderstorms this afternoon. What? I guess it's just us three this morning, and that's okay. That's okay. So, um,
What language is lag tapping in?
Russian, and
Why is
he's
he
you
tapping in Russian?
because I went in and I did good morning, buenos dias, bonjour, click, 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 and then I put in good morning in Russian. So he couldn't be outdone. He had to jump over to the Google Translator and started writing responses. Good morning, Bumcrack. Good morning, Vintage. Uh, he had to start writing a book in Russian, being humorous. Ha ha.
Okay.
You know his humor. Um, sorry, I was trying to get back on my other get YouTube back up. So, how has your day been this morning?
It's okay. It's okay.
You don't sound really optimistic this morning, Todrick. Good morning, Mr. Sadie.
Well, I have been rocking along on the eBay sales, but yesterday I sold one thing, and
Uh,
today I sold two already. So I have
Good.
three items to get out.
I
Thank Cool Finds.
Good morning, Vintage. I have three cats inside, and then I have one outside that's like a neighborhood cat, but he stays here all the time, and we're getting ready to have him tested for um, any feline leukemia or anything like that. So I'd let him come in the house. He, if I left the kitchen door open long enough, he'd come on in. Mr. Sadie, I watched your video this morning. Going to make a suggestion since it was only like 22 seconds long. Shoot it in vertical format off your phone, so it'll come up as a short. because it'll get pushed out more. Just saying. So, did I say good morning to everybody?
I don't know. Who cares?
Yeah, she's taking her morning bath. That's right, Mr. Sadie. 22 seconds of my best of my life. Um, we had, as y'all know, Rosalind Carter passed away. That's sad for the family.
Nice lady.
Yeah, I don't agree with her politics, but she and Jimmy are supposed to be some really nice people. And of course, he's in hospice care now, so they're not expecting him to be around long. Uh, but I hate it for her, and I hate it for the family.
Head cold. I ain't got a head cold. What are you talking about?
I do. My head is killing me.
Oh, do, do.
Yeah, I'll make some in a bit.
Flag sold a battery cable.
Well, I sold a couple more bike parts today. Or- Oh God, get back on the right screen, Tom. That's $38 right there. Because I had promoted listings, so that knocked it down. So I've nothing compared to you folks, but I've sold, I guess, average of $50 a day for the last 7 days, and that's been just like one item or two, one item.
Yeah, I have been rocking along this October and November, but yesterday was kind of poor sales. I'm not. Did I tell you my account got restricted?
Which account?
My eBay account.
Why?
I already told you yesterday. You never
About
listen.
the meals?
Yeah.
They restricted your account?
Oh,
Oh, they just not took those listings down
they took the listings down and they put a 3 day restriction on my account.
because of,
So everything that everything that is listed can still sell, but uh, even though I'm paying for promoted listings, they're not getting promoted now for 3 days.
that
They're
sucks.
they're moving me to the bottom of the search, I guess. That's why my sales tanked the last 2 days so far. Um, and I can make drafts, but I can't list anything until the 3 days is finished, which I guess would be Thursday or Friday, or no, maybe tomorrow or Thursday.
I know you're not a troublemaker, but um,
It's
sorry.
all right. I can survive 3 days of bad sales.
No, but I had to answer the wife. She was
But yeah,
um,
let me look at my performance. So if you get a 3 day restriction,
where the hell's Scott at this morning when you need him? Scott, if you're listening, get your butt in here for a few minutes.
I'm looking at traffic. Impressions are cut to about 50% of what they were before the for the thing. Page views are about 1/3 of what they were before I got restricted. And sales are about 1/10 of what they were. So having a 3-day restriction is bad for business.
Well, have you reached out to eBay with the question, why did they take your MREs down? And there is a boatload of listings still up. Here's just a case of 12 MRE entrees from Meals Ready to Eat.
They took them down because of the, I guess, because of the book of matches that were in there.
Yeah, but
Because I think a bunch of them come with like a chemical
right.
heat pack.
Well, that would mean all these like unopened case. Um, they would have
Now, some of them are humanitarian. The ones that were used for like hurricane victims, those are okay to sell because they weren't military.
okay. Well, then,
Now, they did say I could open the MRE packs, remove the heat thing, and then I could sell them. But then you've got an open pack, and nobody will want them.
good morning, Tommy. Yeah, if they're open, nobody will want them then.
So I'll sell them on Facebook Marketplace, or just keep them for shit hits the fan.
Right. There's a link if anybody wants us to join us. Lag, since you don't do anything because your mama keeps your basement clean and feeds you and that type of thing, I want you to spend some time and I want you to find out how to make you one of these little animated cutesy characters that talks when you talk, and get you a voice changer so we won't can't tell whether you're a 46-year-old mother of 5 or a 16-year-old boy, and come in this show. That's your chore for the day, son. Get on it.
So like
Uh,
so like Joanna said yesterday, that there are listings of MREs where people have opened those packs up and they're selling the contents.
right,
But they're not reaching the price point that I need to get for them. So
right.
they're better for me just to keep or sell on Facebook Marketplace or somewhere else.
Good morning, Joanna.
So we got Joanna, we got James,
Good
who
morning, James.
says good morning to old farts. Yeah, that's me.
Tommy and Peddling Prophet. Good morning. I'm not sure if I said good morning to you. Of course, old lag, young lag, whichever.
How come our names aren't showing up on our faces like they usually do? It's not important, but I was just wondering.
I don't know, but when I'm in on the YouTube channel, that's showing up. The Turkey Consumer.
No, I just oh, it showed up for a second and then it went away.
I'm not sure why it's not showing up in. I'm not sure why it's not showing up inside the preview,
I don't know.
but it's showing up over in the.
I've got the
YouTube.
YouTube side open too, and I don't see our names there either. It
You don't
don't
see
matter.
you don't see Turkey Consumer?
Nope,
Do you see mine?
nope. All I see is lag. I'm busy with all these chats. It's all right. Don't worry your pretty little head about it.
I'm not. I'm not. That's not sound the same. Uh, does not sound ugly. I'm just not worried about it. I don't know why it's not doing it.
Put all your worries in a box with your piano and let's go ahead with the show.
That's right. Uh, let's see what else.
Rosalind Carter was, she has to be 90 something.
Yeah,
Because
yeah. I
Jimmy's
hate.
like 97. He old.
Let's see. Yeah, it's terrible. I mean, it happens to everybody. You know, you youngsters out there, you're going to get old. Hopefully, you're going to get very old, and then you're going to kick the bucket. Uh, I hope you get very old beforehand, and you're in good health. Because I don't want to live to be 100 years old if I'm going to be a vegetable in a bed somewhere. Um,
Started a channel called Opart Eats MREs. Thanks, lag.
that's right.
I should just do a video opening a pack and showing what's in there.
Yeah, get the boys to come over and say we're pretending that shit has hit the fan and uh, there's nothing else to eat, so we're going to eat these.
Yeah, this is my Thanksgiving dinner right here.
That's right. Um, as you probably have already heard, in 2024, the Postal Service is raising rates again. UPS Ground is going to go up 5.4%. Priority Mail is going to go up 5.7%. And Priority Mail is going to go up 5.9%. Or maybe that's supposed to, yeah, that's got to be point, not a 5 to 9%. But anyway, so it's going
So if if the rates go up, are you going to go into every one of your listings and adjust the price of shipping?
to, no,
I'm not either, and I haven't for years. So when I sell something that I've had for like 4 or 5 years, and I do have stuff that old, um, every once in a while I'll sell something. Priority mail, $6.30. And I'm like,
isn't it like 850 or something like that?
yeah. The cheapest priority is a one of those envelopes, and it's $7.60.
Tommy made a good point. Are you not using business policies?
Yeah, I need to go fix that too. I've got all kinds of screwy stuff going on in my store. I'm not smart like Tommy, and I'm lazy as hell, but that's okay. Tommy says, imagine them raising rates again. It's almost like they did every January.
Yeah.
Of course they do. uh,
I don't know why.
no, I'm not going to do calculated because I don't like a buyer in Seattle having to overpay for shipping. I bet people in Seattle have to pay a lot. If I did calculated shipping to Hawaii, and I bet that would cost the buyer a ton.
Yeah, it would. Um, Where did my freaking, yeah, they're gone now. Okay, whatever. So anyway, they're raising rates. They're raising first class postage too. Mike says screw Seattle.
Uh,
Good morning, Mike.
I don't know. I sell a lot of stuff to the Pacific Northwest. You know, Oregon, Seattle, Northern California. It's a lot. There's a lot of buyers out there for my crap. 13.17 for 2 pounds. Sending 2 pounds to Hawaii. 13.17.
Tommy, are you still doing your night shows? Because I don't ever get any list. I mean, any alerts that you're going live or anything like that. But everybody knows that the only reason people went in and listened to his show is because he had a pretty co-host, unlike me.
I'm pretty. Yeah, old Tommy's got Tommy got it going on.
Yeah,
I like Tommy's mom. No wait, that's not his mom. That wasn't his mom. Uh,
regular regular letters are going up 2 to 3 cents.
Jeez.
Postcards are going up 2 cents.
I thought I thought inflation was done.
I guess not. International postcards are going up a nickel.
So
You can ship an international letter 1 ounce for the same price that you can ship a postcard.
November 7th, is that when we voted? One of the propositions on the ballot was for lower property taxes. And it was proposed because since all this inflation happened, you know, you go to the grocery store and buy, or you go to Walmart and buy a chair. Okay, the price of the chair is more than it was 2 or 3 years ago.
Right.
So over the past 2 years, I guess 3 years now, Texas has a flat sales tax. So their revenue for the last 3 years is like $5 billion more than it was 3 years ago. So Texas has a big surplus of funds in its coffers. So we got our state representatives and senators together and asked for a vote to lower our property tax. And they did it.
Wow.
So my property tax for 2023 is going to be about $900 less per year, even though they raised the value of my property. So my property tax, if it were based on 2022 value, my property tax bill probably would have been over $1,000 less. But as it was, it came out about $900 less. So that was good. A little bit of tax relief doesn't hurt anybody. But they wouldn't have done it if there wasn't a surplus in the state coffers.
Vintage, where do you open the order those from? Well, that's good that you got a. But it, you say it's like $5 billion surplus. That ain't a whole hell of a lot for a state as big as Texas is.
No, that's how much more they
Uh,
got
for
because of the raise in the value of items.
well, that's what I meant.
They already had surplus way above that.
Wow.
They probably have, I don't know. I'd have to Google it, but I bet they got 100 billion or more. Uh, Vintage Memory says Tennessee provided 3 months of no sales tax on groceries. We don't have sales tax on groceries anyway. Our big sales tax stuff was like on cars and televisions and computers and you know hard goods stuff.
Yeah.
But like meat and dairy and breads, grains, we don't have any state sales tax on that anyway. Never
Lag
did.
Lag says, "See, Tommy knows his stuff." Yeah, he does, and he's done a good job of reinventing himself because back in the day when he was talking about he left his good UPS USP no UPS job to start reselling, everybody thought, "Man, what a
What
dumbass!"
a
Yeah,
dumbass.
but now he's got a successful business going, and we're like, "Go, Tommy!"
I know. Yeah, they'll spend the. There was a bunch, Mike. There was a bunch of propositions on the thing for spending some of that. One was the tax break. One was to give retired teachers a little raise. Starting in January, I'm supposed to get 4% more in my teacher retirement check. Um, ooh, Craig, you getting into shoes? Craig's going to be the next Tommy.
Yeah.
So you give up on storage units? You made a ton of money on a couple of storage units.
Yeah, but that's kind of
I bet he's still selling stuff out of that big storage unit buy.
probably is. Well, that's good, Joanna. She's talking about inflation hitting food. My brothers and I have already talked about well, in the spring, which is rapidly approaching, even though it's not even Christmas yet. But when you get to be an old dude like me, everything just moves faster. We're going to plant a big garden. All three of us in our families are going to plant a big garden down at my brother's farm and do a lot of canning as a group. Plant a bunch of tomatoes, peppers, squash. Maybe get a freeze dryer. Um, Storage lockers are a lot of. I mean, they're a lot of fun. Digging, especially when you got one that's got a lot of stuff in it. Digging through it, but it's also a lot of work. I mean, hopefully you find some good sellable stuff in there. By the time you wade through all the other junk and deal with the trash and all that kind of mess, it's a lot of work. No, but we're going to plant some peanuts. Yeah, it is a job because I used to, Joanna, because I used to help well, my brothers and I helped my mom and dad um, when we were kids. But after I've been picking up mason jars at Goodwill and Salvation Army places like that because you can get them from a quart jar for 25 to 49 cents. Well, a case of new jars are a lot more than that. So all of us have been accumulating jars, and we're just going to put up 200 or 300 jars of tomatoes between the families, and get back into not relying on the supermarket so much. Yeah, storage lockers are very dirty, and you can find some of the grossest damn stuff in there. Um, but like I said, they are a lot of fun. Yeah, lag. You can make millions with storage lockers, and that is a quote of lag. That's not what I'm saying. I'm sure. Let's ha- play an imaginary game here, kids. Put on your imaginary hats now. Let's say you had some $10,000 just sitting there drawing 1% in the bank, and you took that money and you just went out and you just started buying a bunch of storage lockers, and you can afford to have three men in a truck to come pack all that shit up and take it home, take it to your house. You might could get some. You probably could make some good money off of it, but buying one or two at a time, you know, it can make grocery money and rent money and mortgage money and car payment and stuff like that. But unless you find some big items, silver that you can sell to Uncle Todd or gold that you can sell to Uncle Todd because he's got plenty of money, it's going to be a lot of repetition. I've told you about the game that's called Storage Hustle, which is a computer game that you're going to storage units and you're buying storage units and you're going to yard sales and then you're turning around and listing them on their version of eBay. And I was in watching one guy play and listening to him, and people were in the chat and they're like, you know, I know the game is easier than it is in real life, but these people that make money buying and selling on eBay, A, it's repetitious. Two, it's boring. It gets boring. And three, they have to work their ass off to make a living. And I'm posting there, yeah, on 1, 2, and 3. You're all correct. 6% lag, you say? Like, I haven't played that game online yet. But it's the comments from watching this guy play, because there was some other sellers watching him play, and they were all agreeing, yeah, it's a lot of repetition. And watching them play that game, you really realize how much repetition it is. 30 to 40 peanuts plant not bad, as bad as I thought. Well, I don't really. I like boiled peanuts, Mister Sadie. Um, Todd, you still there? Or did you leave? Um,
Who?
I said, Todd, did you leave? Because it got quiet. Now, Joanna, we don't really plant too much peanuts up in this part because our soil is so it's got a lot of clay in it. But down on the coastal areas where there's really a sand base, my dad and my uncle would plant 2 acres of peanuts, and like 5 families would eat peanuts all year long because they would boil them and then they would freeze them. Okay, well, you just be that way, Joanna. You just lost respect. You just lost my respect. uh, but it's but anyway, the game really shows how because you're sourcing products, you're listing products, you're selling products, hopefully, and they're shipping, and then you start all over again, wash and repeat. I guess it's the say I'm looking for. Yeah, it would be it. Well, it's not. You just plant them and you just leave them, and then in our case, we had my dad would come in there and take a turn plow on the back of his tractor, and then just turn them. Turn the dirt, and then we would come along with pitchforks and just kind of like scoop up the clumps of peanuts and throw them in the back of a trailer. Now, these peanut farms where they've got 50 acres of or 100 acres of peanuts, I'm sure they do it a little bit different. It's a little bit more automated. Speaking of rectums, good morning, Mr. Beard.
I googled the most boring show ever on Google, and you fuckers showed up.
Well, I'm sorry they feel that way.
And Joanna, do not let him pressure you. Boiled peanuts are disgusting. Don't let him pressure you. Ugh, they stink. They're slimy.
Y'all are asswipes. Lag. My wife's not stupid. She plays a lot of computer games. She knows the difference. Uh,
It's bad when you don't even know whether your co-host is even still with you or not. That
yeah, I know.
I'm
I
like,
know.
this has got to be. And then he goes, huh? I'm like, these two old fuckers. This got to be the worst ever.
I'm just trying not to have any debts, quiet science, silence, dead time, that kind of thing. So I just got to keep talking. Um, that's
Yeah,
okay, Joanne. I'm not. I still love you, even though you don't eat boiled peanuts.
I got to raise hell. UPS didn't pick up my packages yesterday, assholes.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, there's one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine that are sitting here from yesterday.
Burn. Did you call them?
Not yet. They are every time I used to have the center guys, the manager's number, but they moved him to the other one in town. We've got two customer centers now, and I sent him a message because where he's like, the worst thing you can do is don't ever call the 800 number. You got my number. You just I'll take, even if I'm over at the other one, I'll take care of it. Well, I didn't notice till last night at 8:30 that they didn't show up because I fell asleep in the recliner, and I was just going outside to check, make sure everything was locked, and take the trash out. And I'm like, what in the hell? Our package is still doing sitting in my driveway.
I was in the post office and I was had to drop off a couple of packages for Roberta that needed to be tracked. They need to sign for. Anyway, I asked the branch manager, whatever you call it, postmaster of that branch, happened to be there, and I said, "Our postal carrier's not been kept until 8 or 9 o'clock at night." And he says, "Where do you live off?" I said, "Down here off of Mirror Lake on off of Carmel." And he's like, "The carrier quit," and so there's there's a guy and a girl that's carrying. They've split that area between the two of them, and they run. They're just it's 9 o'clock before they get there. Depending on how much mail they've got. And I said, "Well, y'all need to find some carriers." And he says, "Nobody wants to do it." And he says, you're supplied a vehicle. It's not like you got to buy. It's not like a rural, delivery person that usually supplies their own vehicles and their own gas and whatnot. And he says, "But it's a lot of work." So I told him, I said, "Well, if you know the carriers out there, tell them if they come down our house to be sure and check the cooler outside the door because there's either usually pop or water or something in it to help themselves. Because damn,
What the hell is pop?
Sody Pop, Coca Cola. What is that, Todd? I can't read it.
It says Internal Revenue Service.
Are you getting ready? Are you finally getting around to paying 2022 taxes?
Uh, I did pay, and then they sent me a letter and said I owed more. Frickin' racket snacking.
Good morning, Backyard Mowing. Bought out an appliance repair shop working on listing those parts. Cool.
That'll be
And then
good.
when you go to look at your pickup history, it shows no pick. There's something wrong with their system because the driver will tell me, "I'll see your request," and then 30 minutes later, it'll be cleared out of my system. And right now, I'm looking at it, and it shows no request for the past 60 days. I've had no UPS pickup request.
Good morning, Larry.
So is everybody getting their turkey thawed out?
I don't know. My mom's cooking it. Probably so. Cause she said I'm not making a whole lot this year. And my sister-in-law's she likes to cook. My oldest brother's wife, so she's making a couple of things. But my mom is making rice, and she's making dressing, and she's making giblet gravy, and then she's got a turkey, and we're taking a ham. My mom's making homemade yeast rolls, and she's got like 3 cakes and 2 pies and mac and cheese, baked mac and cheese, the good stuff, not that damn box stuff. Green beans, cream corn. I mean, it's like going to the damn buffet.
Damn it.
Yeah, we did that one year. God, I thought that turkey would never get done.
All right, so Tommy says call the 800 number. Well, I've resisted Tommy. I've been nice. I've got the guy's number, but the guy he didn't even text me back last night. So I'm like, you know what?
I'll be right back. I gotta get something to drink.
They get their ass handed to them. I'm gonna tell them. I'm gonna tell them Tommy Bernard from Delaware told me to call this 800 number. to get some shit done.
I gotta get something to drink. My sinuses are killing me this morning.
So all my shipments time of year are Amazon and eBay, so there's no label created. I've got smart pickups and through
That
the
sounds
day.
good. Oh, that's right. Tommy would know about those dumbasses on the UPS truck.
Yeah.
Just kidding, Tommy. You know we love you. The Queen City Picker and Friends show loves Tommy. Uh, don't want to. I don't want to blow off a viewer here now. And you're welcome to come in,
Mm.
Tommy, anytime when you have time.
But you only got like 3 viewers, so
Yeah.
you can only lose so many of them.
Oh, hello.
We get to
Hello.
listen in.
Okay. You're automated. You just got blocked. Let me tell you something. I had to
That's
go out and find me some shoes to get them broken, start getting them broken in to go to the on the cruise. So we're on the cruise, and I went to DXL, which is for fat boys. If y'all don't have one of those in your area, and I was looking for a 9.5 wide, and I went in there and they said we don't have anything in that size, and we don't have any wides at all. We're out. So they said you might try one of the shoe stores over at the mall, which is right across the street. So I went over there, and I came out of this store. I cut through the store to get into the mall, and I came out by. It's one of the hip shoe stores. I don't even remember what the hell it's called, but it's one of the cool kids stores. So I went in there, and this young guy came up to me and said, "Can I help you find something?" And I said, "I'm looking for a 9.5 wide sneaker that's conservative looking. I don't want any of these bright colors. I'm too old for stuff like that." And he said a wide, and he looked at me real funny, and then he said, "Well, these stretch." And he went over and picked up this $140 pair of shoes, and he says, "But they stretch to conform your foot." And I'm like, "No, wides are made for a wide foot. They don't stretch." So I looked for a few minutes, and then I went next down. No, went next door to Rack Room Shoes, and I walked up to this guy, and I said, "I'm looking for a 9.5 wide sneaker." And he said, "We've got plenty of them. Come right on over here." And he knew exactly when I said wide, he knew what I was talking about. And he was an older guy. Actually, he was the manager of the store. I said, "I'm not wanting to talk bad about your neighbors, your competitors, but they're a bunch of dumbasses." I asked for a 9.5 wide, and that boy looked at me like I had just asked him if they had Fruit Loops.
I got your shoes right here, Tom.
God, those are ugly.
Little cruise shoes. Come on.
I I'm telling you, if I
These,
was young,
these would look cute on you.
I would have 1,000 pairs of shoes because I saw so many shoes in there I like, but I am just too old to wear.
Oh, please. You're not
And
the you're not the cool kid anymore,
no, I
Tom.
am just too old, and it doesn't go. These fluorescent colors just do not go with my khaki pants.
So even Lag likes these shoes for you.
I don't like Target. Can't.
And after you got your pedicure done, your little toesies would look good in these.
When I get my pedicure done next week, I will because the days are clicking off, and I am looking forward to it. But yeah, I've just never liked Target. I don't know. I'm getting to the point that I like Walmart.com, Amazon.com, eBay.com. I don't go in. I've got to the point where I don't go into a damn store unless I'm buying something that's got to be, like vegetables or meat. Yeah, I'm such an old lady lag.
I bet Tommy's got a bunch of shoes for you in his store.
I
But
thought Tommy
no,
only did women's shoes. Well, there you go. He's got a bunch of shoes for you. Y'all can listen to the groovy home music.
Okay. The target demographic. No, I don't like. I don't like Target. I just don't.
do, do.
See, Tommy, here's the problem with smart pickups. I have it free for 10 years, so yeah, they're gonna figure this out, or I'll just keep calling them until they do.
So are you going to get dings for late shipment?
Because it's gonna be a long 8.5 years if I have to call them every single day.
Roberta's leaving the office at 12 today, and she'll work at home this afternoon. And she's like, "You want me to stop and pick up something for dinner?" Because we usually eat our dinner about 2:30 in the afternoon.
Is she not allowed to drive herself?
Oh no, she drove herself. Because I messaged her and said it's pouring here at the house. Let me know when you're about home, and I'll so I can be ready to run out and get your computer bag, and so you don't get too wet. She said that's when she asked me if she wanted me to stop, or if I wanted her to stop and pick up something for dinner. I said no, I'm already making spaghetti. No, I don't go to bed. I was up last night recording. I was recording some gaming sessions last night with some other folk at 11 o'clock last night. I finally got in bed about midnight. What the hell is that?
Yeah, I'm gonna ask them, Tommy. I'm gonna let them know that hey, all my labels are created eBay, Amazon, because it's so much cheaper or whatever. Maybe I won't say that, but they said your stories sound better with the background music.
Yes, I saw that. Joanna's will be on my list before the day's over. She starts off talking about boiled peanuts are slimy.
Ooh, wow! Ooh, see y'all.
Oh, is that the ups for a time? Oh, I didn't know that. I've never called UPS before. Um, is Target music? Nah. The only reason I go into Target is because there's a Starbucks right at the front door. I can run in there and usually get a coffee quickly.
Wow.
Yeah,
Gold went back over 2,000 this morning.
good. Because we bought a few more bars or those little bars. So
Did you?
yeah.
And silver's back up just right at $24.
Roberta said she's getting to be a. She watches that price now. She's like, if it goes back down to about 1,800, we're gonna spend some money. And I'm like, okay, you just tell me when. Because this whole this whole thing with the other, like Germany's wanting to start its own cyber currency now. Uh, she's like, we just going to have to pull some money out of the bank and do something else with it. I told my brother, because I think I mentioned before, there's 40 acres for sale beside them. I told him if I bought that 40 acres, I said we're going to be planting like 100 tomato plants, and people bring their squash, cucumbers. People are going to bring their grocery bags in, and it's going to be like $10 for a bag because it's got to make some money. Bitcoin is down 2.5%.
Yeah, why is Bitcoin down and silver and gold up? What's happening? Stock market's down a little bit.
I didn't read the article, but apparently one of the big cyber currency markets are having some issues, or is it? It might have been still like bleed over from that guy that his cyber currency company went
That
busted.
was 4 years ago.
Well, it's still in the court. I mean, it's in court now. All I got to say is, if y'all got money that you want to invest in stuff like that, send it to me. You might get it back. You might not. I'm gonna let you know right up in front. When I use that $200 million yacht for about a year, and I resell it, hopefully we'll make enough money off of it that you get your money back. He's been sentenced. Well, it was one of the currencies. I don't know who it was. I just saw it was talking about cyber currency. I just because we don't have any money in cyber currency, so because I just have these flashbacks of .coms, the .com bust. So I'll just keep picking up my piece of dirt here and there because they ain't making no more of it. Thank you, Lag. Let's see. How do I block him? Oh, I have to go over. I have to go over to Joanna. Love, sweetheart. Would you jump over to Rumble and see if my show is live over there? And if it is, would you leave a post in the comments? Because I think I got it set up so if somebody happened to be over there because they got lost and had stumbled upon this little show, if they left a comment, it's supposed to show up over in the chat for our group. So anyway,
You doing, Beard? You dancing?
oh, let me tell you what. And this might sound racist, but there was one unhappy, chunky white woman sitting right over there last week. She stayed on hold for 30 minutes. They finally came online and she said hello. And they said hello. And she started telling her what she needed to do. And the line went broke or went out. They disconnected her. And God, she was hot. Okay, I might have not set it up right. Anyhow, she was pissed off about that. So it was with our insurance people. So she called again and she told them what went on and that she was not happy. So they immediately connected her with a service agent because we've got to start looking for some more homeowners insurance and auto insurance because our
Jeez.
company is getting out of the North Carolina market, which is happening more and more and more. I don't know how the Florida people are staying insured down there because people keep pulling out of there. Thank you, Joanna. Uh, Lag probably does the programming for them for UPS. That's happy. You're having it there too, Kent. Insurance companies pulling out. You know, we've never. Let me find some wood here. We've never used our insurance. All we've ever done is paid for on it. Any car accidents we've been involved in, it has always been somebody else's fault. We've never had to have any work done to the house, because of like hail damage or anything. Nothing.
Oh yeah, tell a story.
I don't know. It sounds like Boom Chicka Bow Wow music to me. But the insurance companies keep pulling out of there.
Hello, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Um, I thought he was going to leave it active.
Fixing to get an earful.
I was going to, because I've been saying when these damn calls, they'll say, I'll say hello, and then they say hello, and then how are you today? And I'll say, not good. I just backed over my dog. And they'll say, great. Well, I'm calling about your Medicare supplement plan. It's all automated. Pisses me off. God, that sounds like an old man. Yeah, I I think there's just too many claims, and I told my son, the one that just got the new car, and I told this one to my oldest son. I said, if you say not involving another car or somebody, I said, if you hit a post at when there's a short post that they use to protect gas pumps and stuff like that, if you happen to hit one of those and bend your fender, talk to me before you file a claim because it might be cheaper for you to spend the $600 out of your pocket and have that damn thing fixed yourself, just not to have any claims on your insurance. And he's like, okay, if you say so. Well, I'm like, I'm definitely saying so because that $600 could end up costing you $3,000 before it drops off because his insurance is already high because he's not had his driver's license long. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just start recording. I told my son I want you to show me how I can fix this thing so I can record. So every time I get one, I can do you know, how are you today? Not good. I just caught my wife sleeping with my 16-year-old paper boy or some shit like that. And then they say, great. Well, I need to ask you about your Medicare Supplement B. Don't have, well, you beep, beep, beep. I don't have any supplements, so you just don't worry about it. Because I'm still carried on Roberta's major medical. I'm just, I'm over it. I'm over all these damn robocalls.
Yeah, so here we are. I'm waiting for a supervisor now. Because there's no record of your pickups, it's like you didn't even request one yesterday. I can't do anything about it. That's not the answer. To let the problem continue on is not the answer. Next.
James said pickups ended 8.5 years ago.
They just don't know. I'm gonna be a pain in somebody's ass today till I get to somebody who can do something about it.
There you go. Give it to
Vintage.
give
I
it to
blocked the
Tom
hell
to
out of it.
fix. He's a bastard.
Who's
Tom,
that?
Higher than
you.
expected call volume. Your
I
wait time
am.
will exceed 25 minutes. Please
That's
visit us at ups.com.
that's how they get you. If you want to speak to
Schedule
somebody above the normal level, it can be 25 minutes.
Yep.
Well, you know what you do? You just leave it on speaker and you just go over there and go about your business and wait 25 minutes.
I'm going to.
You've only been on
Yes,
there
I
15
still have a
minutes.
landline. I will always have a landline, and and we get so many calls from different doctors' offices and stuff like that like they're calling from their personal cell phone or something. I don't know what the hell is up with that, but it doesn't recognize the number, or it says Sally Smith or Smith Sally, and so anyway, I told Roberta when we block 1,500 numbers, we'll just buy another telephone. We'll buy another button and plug it into the phone too. So we'll just add 1,500 more to it because we have this little gadget over there that you just hit it and it automatically blocks the number in its internal storage. Your personal shipping accounts, Tommy says, your
Yeah.
personal shipping accounts don't work with packages shipped with a third party account. We ship through eBay's account for the discount. It's hard to explain, but I can't see how they can do it. Anything.
Sure I can. It's called I'll wait the 25 minutes. I'll wait an hour. I don't care. I'll plug the phone in until it burns up.
Just drive with Mr. Sadie. Yeah, Mr. Sadie, you sound like you know my wife. Just drive with no insurance, like half of the people here.
Hey, if you get in an accident, all you gotta do is, as long as your car will still drive, just drive away. They won't do anything to you. They can't prove you were driving. Good luck trying to prove I'm driving. I'll run into you. I'll go home and shave the beard off, and you're gonna be looking for some dude with a beard.
Yeah, they've had paper plates on their cars for 6 years.
Oh yeah.
Well, you know what they're doing now in North Carolina? They scan you if you get stopped and you got a paper plate on it. They scan your VIN number, and then they compare the VIN number. They can see how many see what the status is of that vehicle, what plate has been assigned to it, if any plate's been assigned to it. I don't know if that's new or not. I just heard about it on the news. So I could be behind, as Lai keeps telling me, I'm slightly behind.
So Tommy, is there any way to create a label in their shipping, and then when it doesn't get used, I don't get charged for it? Just create the label and every afternoon uncreate it.
I'm sorry, James. Where are you at? Texas also?
Nah, he's in Indiana.
Oh, Jesus. You could void one daily, I would assume. Get up and dance if you feel like it. Um, so, is anything exciting happening with you fellas today, this week, other than gorging out on turkey?
No.
I can't. They can fix it by coming to pick these packages up, but nothing. I don't know what they can do today. Surely, I'm not. Surely to God, I'm not going to be the first one to tell them how fucked up their systems are. Yeah, I saw that. Don't decorate your palm trees.
Yeah.
This is Roman's last.
Yeah, that's what I saw. Instagram.
Never put Christmas lights on palm trees. It's a bad
If you're
idea.
not following Roman on Instagram, he finds some of the craziest mess to stick up there. Every time I look at something strange, I look. I'm like, wait a minute, that must be Roman again, and it always is.
No, I don't. I okay. I've got my front window, my curtains, the drapes at my front windows in our living room closed because I've got my Christmas tree put up because I'm trying to get my cat used to it before I put the light decorations, the ornaments on it.
So Tommy, here's my question: if I create the label, does that just mean start the process, or does it going to charge the account? Because I don't want to have like 20 labels that I have to wait 30 days to get paid for. It's just it once the label creation process starts, does that keep the thing in the system, or do you have to complete a label?
Yeah, lag. But the shears are neutral color.
Look like his tennis shoes.
Gray on gray.
No, it's off-white shears with gold and brown and something else
Oh my lord!
curtains. See, what that mute those ka-chick, ka-chick, ka-chick is telling you to hang up. You're tired of listening to that racket.
Well, you don't have to be dead wrong. Just be wrong. We don't necessarily want you to be dead or anything. It's just shipping. It's not that serious.
Yeah, I'm sure it did lag. Did were they sitting out on the front porch or something? Your packages.
I know.
Yeah, I don't have my humor is kind of weird. Yeah, damn you people. Is that the only reason y'all come in my show? At least give me a damn thumbs up for the abuse that you've been giving me.
Okay, I'll go thumb you up.
I've got 28 people,
There you
29
go.
people watching, and I got 6 thumbs ups. Damn it. Give me some thumbs up for all the abuse that I've taken from you people. Good morning, Jennifer. I didn't see you.
Where
Did you come in
where would
already?
you like the thumb placed? Do, do.
I hope you're having a great morning, Jennifer. Unlike some of these other bums. Good morning, Donna. Pleasure to see you this morning. Be nice to the ladies because these guys are a bunch of. uh, Thank you, Jennifer. And I'm not one to go around saying, hit that thumbs up if you like the show or whatnot. I'm just fucking. I'll take the abuse if you give me thumbs up. I'm not wanting anything for nothing. Do you have much problem with UPS?
Yeah, this happens. You know, so my driver had only reason why I hadn't had as many problems is my driver has a standing pickup Tuesday through Thursday at the airport at 3 o'clock,
Right.
and I generally put the request in about 2:30, and it'll last 30 minutes to an hour in their system. So he comes over here after the airport. But if it's on Mondays when it's not my regular driver, because I have a different driver on Mondays.
Right.
If it gets deleted out of the system, they just drive right on by.
Dang.
I'm playing.
But they don't actually, to get to the airport, you actually don't go through your subdivision, correct?
Oh, they come to the subdivision. They dropped off 5 things here yesterday.
No, I'm talking about to get to the airport. They don't
No, no,
pass
no.
through.
Yeah, there's a different road over there
Oh, okay.
because they've got all those military contractors over there. So it's not the same road.
Right.
All right, I got 25 minutes. You may show you a cool find. I was at an estate sale.
Yeah, Lag was asking about fines a while ago.
I saw this clock. It's by a company called Uttermost, and I didn't have a price on. I'm like, I didn't have time to look it up because they were closing. So I bought everything. I'm like, I know I'm coming back the next day. So I finally asked them, how much is this clock? And the lady goes, I don't know, I guess 20. So make it 10 today. If you see anything by a company called, I'll show you the tag. It's called Uttermost. This clock is $170 plus 50 shipping. It's a $200 clock. And when I looked up all their stuff, Tommy, I put the request in. I go to the website and schedule a pickup. Is there another way to put it in? I just go to schedule a pickup under shipping. Can't you wish you heard that all the time?
Did you? I take it you liked my little wireless doorbell meme I put on Facebook?
I can't. So you might hear that at all time, but that's because you're paying for them to tell you that. the little Oriental girl down the street she'll tell you anything. Yeah, except I've got 3 of them dogs, not 2.
Yeah, I forget about Dixie.
Yeah, Dixie. She never comes out here hardly because she can barely find her way outside.
Yeah, when that popped up in my Facebook feed, I thought, oh, there's Scott and Joni.
But it looks innocent or whatever. But it's got a pendulum that hangs down on it. See the little thing there?
Right.
So it's made to look like. The pendulum's in here somewhere. I didn't. Yeah, there it is.
What are you laughing about, Scott? No, Todd.
Oh,
Oh, cool.
Larry puts up those. Mr. Sadie puts up those huge Santa Clauses and stuff for his boss. He sent me this picture. He says, "This is what a bad day looks like." He's got his head up Santa's ass.
Mr. Sadie, you probably could have a good channel just sticking a GoPro in your truck, and when you're riding around doing all this shit, just park where you can have it on your.
Let's see if I can zoom in here. Yeah, he's got it right up in there.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Sadie has too much fun at work.
Yeah. Tommy says he's confused. What's new? We usually hear that from Lag. If you have a free where you need to pick up HB, the driver's board every day.
Yeah, either that, Tommy, or I just need to have them change it to where it's an everyday pickup because I think they'll do that in their system.
He was looking for the blower.
The PDS supervisor.
Well, that's not even better, Mr. Sadie. That's how you get on Santa's good list. Yeah, Mr. Sadie's gonna get a new bass boat this year.
Only problem is, Tommy, last time I talked to somebody down at the building, I got some.
Ooh.
25 minutes.
That's all right, Jennifer.
Oh, Sadie.
Yeah. Oh, Lord have mercy. You big resellers have all these problems. If I sold as much as Scott does, I'd have them loaded in the back of that truck and have Jacob take them to the damn UPS and post office.
I'll be right back. You're on your own for a minute.
Okay. So is anybody taking any trips for Thanksgiving? Are you all going to be home? Joanna, you making a big dinner for the family? Yeah. Well, see, with that beard, you can't really read his lips. Have you ever watched? There's a YouTube channel called Bad Lip Reading. Has anybody ever watched it? If you haven't, you need to go watch it. Because I swear, it looks like they're saying what these people are, what the lip readers are, they're saying. You're going to Ryan's parents. Okay. I was like, Ryan's restaurant? Y'all still have a Ryan's up there? Ours closed years ago. Well, that's cool. Yeah, Donna. It is just, especially when they do the political ones. The debate between Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton. It is a hoot. Anyway, I'm old. It doesn't take too much to make me laugh. But y'all really ought to watch it. Watch some of their videos. They're pretty cute. Especially and the football ones. Well, that's good that you got the whole family together. And if you come, I don't know if we got all of our families together, there might be bloodshed before the day's over with. So we try not to do that. Because my mom has forbid talking about politics inside her house, unless it's just like one-on-one type thing, and not people there. Because I have a few very liberal members of my family, and 90% of us are kind of Republican conservatives, or we're conservatives. Let's put it that way. Oh wow, what you having, Donna? Some fried turkey? Oh, fried turkey. Flashback. Sorry, I was at a friend's house. It's been years ago. He decided he was gonna fry a turkey. He put that turkey down in that pot of boiling grease, and it exploded. Oil went everywhere. Thank God he was not standing near it when it exploded. Grease went all over the side of his house. The grease caught on fire. So we're running around trying to put out the fire. And this kid that's about 13 years old from next door ran over and he says, "Do I need to call the fire department?" Oh, good story. Oh, are you, James? Are you cooking everything, Donna? Like I said, my mom likes it. She likes, if she's going to do it, she's going to do it all the way. Now, for Christmas, we might have ribs and baked potatoes, but Thanksgiving, she always does it up. Yeah, fried turkeys are good. Deep fried turkeys are good. No, we have fire. His wife is not stupid. She had two big old fire extinguishers sitting out on the back porch, so we were ready because he's melted the siding beside their their back deck has been replaced about 3 times because he's melted it.
Look, Donna's cooking this huge meal, and I bet she still gets up 25 listings.
It is she one of those kind of people?
She's she's a listaholic, man. She should start a group called Listers Anonymous.
Well, Bridget would be one of her first members then.
Yep.
Um, somebody, like I said, he's coming to Uncle Todd's house for Thanksgiving. Aunt Gwen, I'll tell you, stop by Bojangles and pick up a 24 piece with all the fixings. It's Donna says she's got her drafts ready for 2 days of cooking.
There you go.
You know, my mom used to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning on Thanksgiving and start cooking. And then, she's there all day long, and everybody starts leaving about 8 o'clock at night. I don't know how the old lady could do it. Donna, she's killing it. Do you see that, Todd? I do like to list something every day.
I know she's addicted, which is
if you're
good,
gonna
I
make
guess.
if you're gonna do this for a job, then you got to be. You got to be, because if not, you're going to not make any money.
She likes money.
Yeah. Well, that's just it. Uh, 5 o'clock in the morning. Whew. What are you gonna? Tomorrow's Wednesday. You start cooking everything early, stick it in the refrigerator, building up retirement. Yeah, do that because there probably won't be time you youngsters start and get old enough to retire. Yeah, there won't be anything left. Just Todd and I are going to get it all. Hell, it might run out before we get to.
Building up retirement.
Lions and Cowboys are my picks for the Thanksgiving. I'm assuming that they're playing a game, one of the bowl games or something, or is that college bowl games? I don't know. Laugh about it. Laugh. Laugh, damn it. Hit that thumbs up if you laughed at that. And if you're already giving me a thumbs up, then crank up one of your other accounts and hit it again. I don't know. I don't watch football, and I sure as hell don't watch football on Thanksgiving. NFL, Tom. Okay.
Cowboys.
I knew the Cowboys and the Lions were NFL, but I didn't know whether they're having some kind of special ball game on Thanksgiving.
Cowboys have a special Thanksgiving show every Thanksgiving game every year.
Uh, you have Donna. You have 2 years of cooking Thanksgiving dinner, and then your son's taking it over.
No, she's got 2 more years until she's got enough money to retire.
Uh,
Pay attention, Tom.
Well, I didn't see that part. I just saw I have maybe 2 years left. That's all she said. And then she says, and then son will take it completely over. So he's going to give you retirement money, huh? Joanna, I hate to say it, but I do too. It is just too slow.
Too slow.
And I know it gets real tense at times and whatnot, but it's just too slow. It's like busy, 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 stop. Let's pat each other on the butt. Let's talk in the cuddle, huddle, and everybody get lined up again, and let's throw the ball again and run, 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 or get crushed, and let's do it over again. It's just slow.
Yeah, Sadie, you won't retire. You got all that serious work to do. Yeah, that's Sadie's retirement years right there.
Cello.
Oh, everybody's on the phone but me. Dang,
Hello.
I need to call somebody. Well, what a great show we're having. There you go, Donna. Residual income. I need to find me some of that residual income. Uh,
My name is Jeff, and I'm calling from American Solar. Okay. If you call him. Anyhow, like baseball, but not don't care for football. Baseball can kind of get a little slow too. I like the foreign sports, soccer, uh, hockey, those fast paced, constantly going, run, run, run. Roberta likes Aussie rules football because the boys are running around in them little shorty shorts, and they're built like brick shithouses, according to her.
I'm follow shuffleboard.
Do what? No, I don't like shuffleboard, but I do like curling. Another foreign sport.
Oh, talk about boring. Sweep,
I
sweep,
like,
sweep.
I like, I like, I like
Tom's,
curling.
Tom's got the bowling channel on 24
Nah,
7.
listen. I used to bowl when I was single. I bowled just about every night of the week because I was on a league, and somebody was always calling saying, "Hey Tom, so and so's not going to be here tonight. Can you fill in?" Sure, I'm getting to bowl for free, so I go out there and I'll bowl.
Championship beanbag toss. That's where it's at.
Hey, hey, hey! Beanbag got me a $50 gift certificate on the last carnival I was on.
Well, there
So
you go.
there.
There you go.
I I hope you're being serious, Mr. Sadie, because some of these girls, those volleyball games we've watched, they are brutal.
Yeah.
And those high school,
When did
we
beanbag toss get named cornhole?
I don't know. That had a different connotation when I was a kid. Anyway,
I think it still does.
we have yeah, but you do lag. I bet we had a volleyball team at the little Christian school that two of my boys went to. To be good little Christian girls, them girls would be bitches when they got out on the volleyball team. They didn't have a problem with slamming that ball into an opponent's face. But from my experience or my impression from various people I know that like high school sports and I mean coaches and whatnot, girls are a lot more aggressive than the boys are. No, I didn't go to a Catholic school. I'm not Catholic. I'm Baptist. This is the other end of the perspective. Um, my boys went to a it was a faith based Christians. I mean a private school. It was non denominational. No. Yeah, I'm Baptist. I grew up believing all of you, if you weren't a Southern Baptist, you were all going to go to hell. Don't matter who you were. And I'm saying that seriously, but I mean, that's because the way that we were raised, but I don't believe that. Are you are you serious, Mr. Sadie? You probably didn't see a girl's ankle until you graduated from high school. Damn, it must have got heated with Scott. Hey, Swamp Picker. Y'all getting rain down there? It's got it's pouring out here. And if you look at the weather map, it shows it all the way. Joanna, you went to a small Baptist high school? I bet y'all were told about 90% of the stuff y'all were doing. Y'all are sinners. And I say that because I was raised in a Baptist church. Really? Damn, it is pouring outside. Oh yeah. You know, they say well, roller derby's fake. Roller derby's fake. When you hit that damn mat, that rink, at 30 miles an hour, flat of your back, that's got to sting. Oh, they're taught how to fall. It's still got to sting. That's like in pro wrestling. When they pick somebody up and they drop them on the floor on the mat, oh, they know how to fall. They know how to fall. It's still got to sting. I mean, it's still got to hurt. Yeah, I know about the Lutheran people. I dated a Lutheran girl for a while. Yeah, it's got to hurt. I mean, it don't. When you go on, when you go on, 20 miles an hour and come to a complete stop, flat of your back on a daggum mat, it's got to sting just a little bit. We used to go to wrestling matches here in town. Yeah, hot Saturday night, big 40 and a wrestling match. um, so, did anybody have any spectacular sales an item yesterday? You know, Todd, he always sells $1,000 a day, so it's no big deal with him. Yeah, most church schools are funded by the church. Ours wasn't. You sold a box of postcards? I mean, about how many postcards were in the box? Just curious. Because I've got about 3,000 that I need to go through and list. Wow. I got a bargain on mine. I think I paid $50 for all of those. But I'm not going to list not all. I'm not going to list all of them. I've got another use for them. Yeah, churches in general are having a hard time of it right now, and Christian schools, which they're expecting North Carolina to bounce back on their private schools in general because of the school voucher program. But I look at a box of cards. I've gone through and pulled about 100 of them out that this project that I'm working on I'm gonna use. But and they've all been mailed. I mean, posted. They're all from the 30s, 40s, and 50s. Yeah, John, you're a little bit late, and I'm getting ready to shut this horse down. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
the only time I do auctions for postcards is if it's like there's a fanatical, like a college with a fanatical backing. There's um, University of Alabama, those kind of places, Clemson, old postcards. You know, they show the campus. Like I sold some to, I can't remember who they were, but it was like you would recognize the name of the university. It's not Pembroke because that's in North Carolina, but you would recognize the college name. And this guy was a graduate, and the postcard, the guy he said it on. He said because a lot of times when people buy postcards and they go crazy on these postcards, I ask them why they're so interested in it, and he said because he graduated from it, but that part of the campus doesn't exist anymore. They had a fire, so it burnt down, and they tore what was remaining of the buildings down, and then built new buildings. So he was an alumni. Started with a P, up in Indiana or someplace like that, Illinois. But I like to hear why people want them. I sold one postcard for about $17 to a guy that owns a house that is in the postcard that's up on East Boulevard that he didn't even know it was like that. It had ever looked like it because in the photograph it has arts and crafts style, and his was more colonial style. I mean, when he bought it, it was colonial style. So I just think it's interesting. But you know me, I'm kind of slow anyway. So shut up, lag. All right, it is 1:45. I have been 45 minutes too long because I said I was going to be cutting the sucker off at an hour.
Mm.
But
All right.
I guess Scott will be doing it tomorrow. I will
Think
not
so.
be doing one on Thursday because I'll be at my mom's house. Friday, you going to be back on Todrick?
Yeah, if you're not going to do one Thursday, I might because we're doing Thanksgiving early this year. So
Okay. All right. Well, look for a notice from Todd if he decides to do one. But like I said, I'm gonna be at my mom's house, so I'm not going to be able to do it. And y'all have a great Thanksgiving, a great rest of your day. If you're in all this rain, and because it's moving to the East Coast, y'all be safe and We'll see you later. Thank you for coming in. Bye,
Be
Todd. Thanks.
thankful.
Be thankful. That's right.